Yo, what's good everybody? It's Casper. Today's video I'm going to talk about Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Let you know what I thought about it, so let's get straight to it. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 is a 2023 film. It's PG-13 and it's 2 hours and 43 minutes. Directed by Christopher McQuarrie. Went into this movie kind of forgetting the other ones already. I still remember a couple scenes from other past Mission Impossibles, but this movie just felt like I haven't seen too many in a very long time. Let's see what this movie got type of feel. So this is how I went into the movie. The movie is about Tom Cruise, aka Ethan Hunt, and his team is on a mission to find this powerful weapon that looks like a key so it doesn't get into the wrong hands. And during this whole process, Ethan is meeting and discovering technologies and people at the same time, and it's just a whole mission, and that's what the movie's about, is to just find this key. And it's part 1. The movie in general just felt kind of predictable. A lot of these action scenes already felt like this is what the movie is gonna bring. A lot of the action scenes were done really well, don't get me wrong. It's very exciting, it's eye-catching, and it brings you in, but it also has a little drag moments in a lot of these action scenes. A lot of the action scenes feel a little bit too long, feel like 5 minutes longer than usual. 4 or 5 action scenes that you can bring up, like remember that one, remember this one, and remember that one, because they were so long in general, and they just felt like they kept going. The talking scenes as well. The talking scenes kind of felt like there were just too much extra dialogue. Could have shortened it a lot more. You could see what the other characters are just trying to involve them and introduce them. But in my opinion, it felt very dragged with a lot of the conversations and lines. The best part in the movie was definitely Simon Pegg and Ving Rhames. They're more enjoyable. It actually felt like exciting. It felt like an adventure. Character Grace in this movie, played by Haley Atwell, was actually a shocker because a lot of her action scenes were actually well done. She's at a level, but meeting Tom Cruise, aka Ethan Hunt, showed that there's a lot more into what she does, and she's very surprised and shocked with a lot of scenarios she ends up getting put in. Give props to the movie. They didn't really make the character look like she's trying to take over. It looked like a character that they were trying to build up, but a lot of it made sense. It wasn't too much of a bother with her. I'm not familiar with any of Haley Atwell's work at all, so it was a cool introduction. The performance was well done, but definitely my favorite on-screen performance whenever it was there was definitely Benji and Luther. You know, those were the 2 characters that I enjoyed. Tom Cruise was cool too. I would say Tom Cruise was an enjoyable performance. I definitely appreciate that he's still out here doing all these stunts, you know, all him. They're really good at making Tom Cruise that in your mind thinking type of stuff, like what is he gonna do next. A scene in here where Ethan is fighting in the alley, and the alleys are very tight, and the way they did that camera angle, I'll say it was pretty good. Couple hits in that scene were like, ooh, but Tom Cruise, well, I would say, did a good job as well. All the places they showed in this movie were visually eye-catching. Very good camera direction to show where they're at. Whenever a character is in those new places, like you could see that that character as well is enjoying that place too with their facial expressions. Character Paris, she was actually an evil character in here that showed that evil side and that swagger of this movie. I really enjoyed her performance because her facial expressions was really good. Her acting was very aggressive to show like she's chasing, you know, Ethan and Grace. It wasn't a character that I would be like, oh, she's a bother. A character that I felt like wasn't the strongest and was one of the evil characters in this movie was Gabriel, who is played by Esai Morales. Him being an evil character wasn't too believable. Him being on camera kind of felt like a bother, and it kind of felt like too much, and a lot of the action scenes with him felt a little bit too unrealistic. Like there's a lot of moments for real he could have fell off that train. His presence, I just felt like it was just a little bother, and it wasn't too strong of an evil character. Paris did way better. I feel like Paris showed more of that evil character style and more of that feel that, you know, that she's an evil character. And there's another character named the White Widow. The White Widow here and there showed that, you know, she's evil as well. I wouldn't say that she was a bother, but definitely Gabriel was that character that felt like wasn't the strongest evil character out of this whole movie. Also, another character that I enjoyed in this movie was a character named Briggs. It's played by Shea Wiggum. His character Briggs was pretty funny. He did a great job. He was another character that you enjoyed when he was on the screen. He was like chasing after, you know, Ethan in this whole movie, but he did a good job. I enjoyed his character a lot. He had funny moments in this movie that I enjoyed, and it fit very well for this movie, so it was dope. There was just a lot of scenes in here that felt too drag for me. Acting was only good with the characters that I brought up. Tom Cruise, you know, for him being the star of the movie, you know, is acceptable and is passable. It's crazy that this is just, you know, part one. This movie felt like more of like parents or older people will enjoy, because the action is so, there's so much action. And it's crazy, I didn't know that this movie was the longest movie in this franchise. Pretty insane to know that. I gotta re-watch the other Mission Impossibles, because I feel I was very lost on knowing, did this continue from another movie and stuff. So I'm not gonna lie, I have to re-catch up on the other ones. It's all over the trailer, but Tom Cruise is going off that cliff, you know. And in the movie, I wouldn't say in this movie that's the best scene, but definitely in this movie there's like a build-up for that. My favorite part was when the train is hanging and Ethan is with Grace trying to climb up from the hanging train. Supposedly this movie actually stole ideas. That idea and camera angle was supposedly from Uncharted. I'm finding out that the director of here was inspired by Uncharted stuff, and then later finds out that he's saying no, that was all him. Some interesting things that I'm hearing. Also figuring out that this movie actually stole ideas from like Fallout. It's actually crazy to know, because you would think that would be that Mission Impossible vibe, but they're out here stealing ideas from other movies. And I haven't seen those movies, but once I see it, I'll be like, oh yeah, they did it, you know, for sure. In my screening, I never seen so many people get up and use the restroom. The other couple homies saying that their screenings, they had a lot of people very focused and entertained. There's just a lot of people in my screening always use the restroom, and I would see that. Did have that Mission Impossible vibe. Just letting you know, some of the scenes felt drag. The adventure and creativity on what they're trying to do with the technology, you can see what they're doing. I feel like there's a lot of hidden messages in this movie. This movie has a lot of detail if you pay attention on just like how government works. So I'll say that's my eye-catching stuff that I enjoyed. But overall, the movie was just kind of like a drag, even on the action scenes, which is insane. I didn't really mention Kittredge too much. He had that suspicious, low-key type of vibe, like what people are doing under power, having power. After my watching Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 out of 10, I'm gonna have to give it a 8 out of 10. So that's my movie review for the movie Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Shout out to you guys for tuning into the video. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace, y'all.